Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Another prop review today. This time the headpiece to the Stuff of Ra. This was it. This was the one. This was the thing that started me in collecting. When I was younger watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, I was in love with that headpiece. I always wanted that headpiece. And for years and years as I got older, I always was thinking, I would love that headpiece. I'd love that headpiece. And probably about 20 years ago, maybe, I finally got one. My first headpiece that was. And I remember paying £60 for it off eBay, and it came and I was so chuffed. I thought, oh wow, this is great, this is absolutely brilliant. And it was good in its own little right, but it had some little flaws. I paid £60 for it, so it wasn't a huge loss, but I was just happy in one sense to have the headpiece. But then I discovered another headpiece, and that's one of the things about these headpieces to the Stuff of Ra. There's lots of them about, and lots of different people are doing them. Some are really good, some are absolutely awful. Nowadays you can get a lot that are 3D printed which just look absolutely naff. They just absolutely... If you're a collector, the last thing you want is something that's 3D printed in your collection, in my opinion. So I did come across another one from a place called the Lucas Collection, and at that point they weren't actually selling them, they were just showing the pictures of them. And I reached out to them and said, do you still have access to this? And they said, yes, we still have the original casting, we can do that for you. And I said, I really want one. And they said, yeah. And I sent the check. They wanted a check, which was unusual, wanting a check instead of a credit card payment, but sent it off. And about 6 weeks passed, and I was just thinking, I've been totally scammed. This is never coming. And all of a sudden it came, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I've got both of the headpieces here, and I'm gonna do a close-up thing and see a bit of a comparison. Now, this was the very first one. Now, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? It actually looks better on the camera, really. Or maybe not. The crystal really lets us down, because this is not a crystal. This is plastic. This is acrylic, and you can really tell by the feel of it. And when you hold it up to the light, you can definitely see it's acrylic. This really lets this down, but you know, what can you expect for £60 really? And so we'll go in a bit closer in that in just a few moments. But now I want to show you the other one. This is the one from the Lucas Collection. Now, I'll get see it out? Yeah. Now this is a lot shinier, as we'll see in a moment, but this is a proper crystal, and this is what you want when you want a headpiece. You want the proper Swarovski crystal, or whatever crystal they're doing. If you want Swarovski, you'd better with Swarovski, because they tend to look better. And yeah, so I love this. This is my display one. I do still keep the other one. If people ever want to see the headpiece, I show them that. Usually, I don't really let them see this one. So let's do a close-up and in-depth comparison video, and then you can see what we've got here. Now, as we said just a few moments ago, this is the headpiece to the Stuff of Ra. Now this is the first one I got. This is the one I got from eBay, and as you can see, actually for the age of this is about 20 years old or something like that, maybe 15 actually, 15, 20 years old. But actually it's kept its colour really. There's a few little places I suppose it's starting to lessen off, but This is the eBay one, and as I told you earlier about the crystal, if you get close you can actually see it's just acrylic. And there's a separate acrylic one on that side. Now, the good thing about this, they have actually got the markings right. And this one's quite heavy compared to the other one. I think it's cast in, I think they said zinc. And then it's got sort of this gold leaf-in paint on top of it. One good thing they have got though, they have actually got this part here, this wing, which apparently is supposed to represent the Ark of the Covenant. Now I actually only found that out a couple of years ago. Now a lot of the headpieces that are on the market today don't actually have that. They slip up on that piece and they'll just sort of put the normal feathered wings, and that's where a lot of them lose out. But this is quite weighty. This is really quite weighty. I do like it. I do like it. As I look at it now, because I've not actually looked at it for a little while, I still quite like it. I'm glad I kept it, because at one point I was contemplating actually giving it away. So let's take a look at the other one now. Now this is the one from the Lucas collection. As you can see, this is a much more shiny piece. Again, this one has the wings, so they've definitely nailed that and got that right. And this is actually shinier than the camera is actually letting me to see. And this is a real Swarovski crystal, and as you can see, you can actually see through this one. And when you hold it up to the light, it looks really, really beautiful. But this one is so much lighter than that one. I don't actually know what this one's cast in. It's some sort of metal, but I don't know. It's very cold though. It stays cold all the time. For some reason it just stays cold. This is the flip side, as we see. And it's got the different markings there, as we saw in the movie. This one is the one I display the most. And this is just on my display all the time. And I'll send some photos at some point of the display. And now it's starting to grow. But this was my very, very first piece in my collection. This piece was what started me collecting. And when you're a collector, you're always in love with the first piece, I think. And Raiders of the Lost Ark was my all-time favourite movie. It was what really made me fall in love with 80s adventure films. It was around that time all these treasure hunting and seeking films, and they were just amazing compared to the stuff today. But yeah, this is the headpiece to the Staff of Ra, and I'm going to put some comparison videos on the end of this video, so please stick around for that. So this is the headpiece to the Staff of Ra, this one from the Lucas collection. So if you really want a headpiece, track down Lucas collection and ask them to do you one, because these are brilliant. Now this one was quite pricey. This one was actually £206, I remember. I don't know why they said 6. I don't know why they didn't just round it off to 10. But yeah, it was definitely well spent, and I absolutely love this. My only gripe is I've just realised there's a little... Oh no, it's just the lighting of the camera. So let's put some comparison videos, comparison shots at the end of this video, and you can see what I'm talking about. So there you are, guys. The headpieces to the Staff of Ra, the eBay one, and the Lucas collection one. Let me know which one you think you like best. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing if you like this content. Until next time, take care and keep collecting.